Nowadays, when people talk about the October 7th, it has become a reference to the terrorist attack on the JJ base. But if you follow the numbers, the whole thing goes even deeper still. What else happened on October 7th, 2023? Well, currently the world's biggest terrorist by the name of Vladimir Putin had his birthday on October the 7th, 2023, when he became 71 years old. And the numbers 7 and 1 in his age, 71, are the same numbers 7 and 1 as in the date 10/7 for October the 7th. And if you add up the 1 plus 7, you get 8, as in octagon. As October also has the Greek octo for 8 in its name, because October used to be the 8th month in the Roman Empire, with its decimal system of only 10 months. Here you can see Hamas in Russia, with the Russian Soviet star on the door, where the Hamas leaders on October 7th, 2023 were allegedly lighting 71 candles for their terror tsar. So here you see the Hamas leaders, and he's lighting the candles, the terror tsar. And it says Putin's birthday on October 7, 2023, where he became 71 years. So here on 10/7, 71. And here 7 plus 1 is 8. Octo is 8, as in October, or as in octagon. You see here the octo, it's Greek for 8, as here in October or in octagon. So here in Wikipedia you see Vladimir Putin, and here it says Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, and he was born October the 7th, 1952. So he's born October the 7th. You see, when the terrorist attack was happening, he was having his birthday with 71 candles. Yeah. Where the other ones were like lighting candles for the ones murdered. Like, you know. It says again, he was born October 7th in Leningrad, the Soviet Union. To Vladimir Spiridonevich Putin and Maria Ivanovna Putina. So it says he was a personal cook to Vladimir Lenin and Joseph Stalin, his grandfather, Spiridon Putin. So here it says the Roman calendar. It's quite interesting website here, or article. It's the prehistoric calendar, and yeah, the legendary 10-month calendar, decimal system based upon 10. Deci, or it means 10, like 10 in French. 10 in Italian. 10 in Spanish. So here it says October, it's the 8th month in the Romulus calendar. You see, and December, that's why it's the 10th month. That's why you call it December, like decimal, like 10 or 10 means 10. November, nueve, or neuf in French. September, there's the word set in it, meaning 7. August, well, you can see this, it's the 6th month. And because of the Emperor Augustus, and the July was Julius Caesar. Well, and so forth. Yeah, well, August, it sounds like a little bit, if you look at the letters, like it says 8, but here it changes, you know. Here were the emperors, here July, August, and here were the numbers. Set is 7, and so here between August and September, suddenly it changes from emperors to numbers. October 7 was only 6 days before the octagon of the Knights Templars got arrested on Friday the 13th of October in the year 1307. Then, if October the 13th of 1307 was on a Friday, then what day in 1307 was October 7th in the year 1307? 6 days before Friday the 13th. Well, it was a Saturday. It already looks familiar to some of you, maybe. So you see the Knights Templars arrested, which happened on Friday the 13th of October 1307. It says the Templars imprisoned. And 6 days before, we get October the 7th in 1307 was on a Saturday. Now, 716 years later, finding again the numbers 7 and 1 in 716 years later, which we get in 2023 on that tragic day of October the 7th. And on what day did the terrorist attack of October the 7th happen? Yes, also on a Saturday, just as that Knights Templar Saturday of October the 7th, 716 years ago. I tell you, all the anomalies in the numbers make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. So here you see 2023, and here 1307. It was both on a Saturday, the same day. October the 7th in 1307 was on a Saturday, and October the 7th in 2023 was also on a Saturday, because this was Friday the 13th. So then what happened here on Friday the 13th? So this means we also had a Friday the 13th of October in 2023, creating a sort of parallel world, also called a parallel reality, in connection to the Friday the 13th of October 1307. That, by the way, also has the numbers 1 and 7 in the year 1307. Each time we have to wait many, many years until a Friday the 13th falls in October. And it did happen again in 2023, only 6 days after the terrorist attack of October the 7th. Remember that we are being ruled by a Freemason system on all key positions, with Freemasonry directly coming out of the Knights Templars, the masters of the occult, crazy with numbers and parallel universes related to their Templar order, or even related to Pharaoh. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a parallel universe in the realm of Friday the 13th of October, as October 7th absolutely lies in the realm of Friday the 13th, the day of infamy for the Templars and their actual Masons of today. So here you see October 7th, which is in the realm of Friday the 13th, 2023. And you see that the occult Templar in 1307. So here it says, the parallel reality within the realm of Friday the 13th. So what I want to know now, what happened on Friday the 13th of October 2023? Well, the IDF of the JJ base started the invasion of Gaza and started arresting Hamas members, just as 716 years before, on that very same day, also the arrests began, namely arresting the Knights Templars by the French king. So you see the Templar arrested in the dungeons. Here it says October, Friday the 13th. So the very same thing happened, and at the very same day, same date, and same month, 716 years later, in October 2023. Coincidence? No, silly, of course not. So it says here, the arrests following the invasion of Friday the 13th of October 2023, which is a parallel reality with Friday the 13th of October 1307, when the Knights Templars were arrested. So here it says the Jaywalker invasion of the Philistines here. I better not pronounce this word either, or I think I already did before. So here it says, on 13 October, the JJ base began ground operations in Philistine country. And instead of saying it started on Friday the 13th, you know, they know that wouldn't be really good for them. They just say on October the 13th. So here you can read some more about it here. Here, the raids inside the Philistine country. And on 13th of October 2023. Why doesn't any of them say that there was a Friday? This is so important, because we had the terrorist attacks in Paris in 2015 on a Friday the 13th. You know, they are occultists, you know, and Satan is by whom we're being ruled. And they always take these sort of dates for all these things, you know. And it's all a setup, you know, it has all been prepared. And there's a lot of jaywalkers who know this, that they have been lied to by the government on October the 7th. Oh, here you can read it as well. This is the official IDF daily update. It's the daily recap on October the 13th, Friday the 13th of 2023. Has everybody thought about this, you know, what kind of a day it was, that it was a Friday? You know? So here you can read about it yourself. So here it says, overnight, 47 terrorist operatives, including 34 Hamas operatives, were arrested in the JJ base as well. So it says here, on Friday the 13th, the arrest started, just like in 1307. So we not only have a parallel reality on October the 7th, but also 6 days later on Friday the 13th of October. And it's all in the realm of Friday the 13th, of course. That's the most important date. It's more important than October 7th, concerning the occult part of the whole thing. So, well, it goes on and it goes on. You can look it up yourself. So this is a perfect parallel universe our masters created on October the 7th, 2023, knowing the whole thing was a setup by the masters, because numbers don't lie. It's like they mirror history from the past into a present-day configuration. So this is the past. Again, the Knights Templar arrested, and here that's on October, Friday the 13th, and the same day this here started here with the Jaywalkers in the JJ base. You see here and here, arresting the terrorists here. The same thing, the same day, the same date, the same month. It's a parallel reality. And it's all very much connected to the Middle East. These ones were, and this one is here. Numbers don't lie, people. Funny thing, though, that considering the events of Friday the 13th, the whole thing got seemingly inverted, where on Friday the 13th, 1307, the king and his vertical rule arrested the Knights Templars and their horizontal rule. Whereas on Friday the 13th of 2023, it was the other way around, with the horizontal rule JJ Bey's Republic arresting the vertical rule Caliphate boys. But that's only seemingly, because time goes quicker nowadays than 716 years ago. And the whole October 7th attack was an attack by the vertical rule Caliphate against the horizontal rule Republic of the JJ Beys, with the aim to take over the entire JJ Beys on Friday the 13th of October in 2023, in a 6-day war after beginning on October the 7th, in this perfectly mirrored history in the parallel universe, or a parallel reality. This is the main reason why history is always repeating itself, with the past containing the key to the future. The Old World Order, OWO nobility, wanted history to be repeated within the very same setup of Friday the 13th of October 1307, when the OWO, Old World Order, won over the NWO in a identical layout of numbers and dates in an identically mirrored time frame. The October 7th massacre was a birthday present for Tsar Putin and had to be finished on Friday the 13th of October 2023. It was a birthday present to the Old World Order vertical rule Tsar of Russia, for all the Russian weapons being given to the Philistines, who all have Russian assault rifles, Russian RPGs, Russian manpads, and a Russian missile technology. While trying to make an old world order vertical rule feudal caliphate out of the only real horizontal rule republic in the Middle East. And to thank Mother Russia for all this, it needed a huge birthday present on October the 7th. Within this perfectly mirrored history, creating a parallel reality, as always related to the Knights Templars and their principality in the Alps. Maybe it was precisely those 6 days before Friday the 13th of October in 1307, when it got leaked out that the king was going to arrest them on Friday the 13th of October in 1307. Maybe on that Saturday of October 7th, 1307, the Knights Templars got that threatening message of the coming attack by the king.